Still quite can't believe what I'm talking about today, but here's a reaction video for a trailer for Night Trap. They're re-releasing Night Trap as the 25th anniversary edition. I found out about that yesterday when the Limited Run Games Twitter account tweeted about it. They're bringing out a physical version for PS4. That's what we're looking at right now, in all its delightful, campy 90s glory. She is acting with her whole body. Fuck yeah, party! Look at that. We're in that fun, frolicking attitude of the 90s that involved people in basically trash bags creeping into your house and killing you unless you perform particularly lethal Home Alone style shenanigans. And that's really Night Trap, a classic of, not of its time really. It was actually a massive flop, but over years it has become a beloved cult classic. Sort of, I guess, the video game equivalent to something like The Room or Troll 2. A lot of FMV games, I say a lot, a handful of FMV games, which compared to the rest of the industry is a lot, have kind of achieved that status of so bad it's good. And few games can really achieve that. FMV games have a better opportunity to hit that golden sweet spot of so bad it's good because it features a lot of passive viewing, a lot of live action performances. Video game character models can't often, I should say, not just a flat can't, but often can't reproduce that sort of cheesiness that makes a movie, a bad movie, often entertaining. Video games, of course, have that interactivity element, which is part of the reason I feel like it's a lot tougher for a traditional standard video game to achieve that quality. That's sort of a game that's really bad but is also very entertaining. There have been examples. Obviously, Deadly Premonition is a huge example of a kind of B-movie game that has so much going wrong with it that it somehow comes out the other end amazing. But there are very few games I feel that can achieve that level. Especially because a lot of bad games are just bad to play. They're bad to control. If you're watching a bad movie because it's a more passive affair and you're not invested in it and you're not mentally and even physically with the controller really engaging with it on a tangible level, you can disassociate and enjoy it a lot more. Whereas a game, if it's got, you know, if it's shit to control, if it's hard to move the character, if combat's frustrating, then you're gonna have a bad time, quite frankly. So that's why I think FMV games got away with it and why there was this mini golden age in the 90s of absolute shit that didn't really get much of its due back in the day, but over time became fondly regarded and looked back on. Night Trap, of course, is one of the more famous examples of this. It's one of those games that I think maybe 5% of the people who have heard of it have played it, and about 95% of us have heard of it. So a lot of us know it. Very few of us have interacted with it. I am one of those people who didn't interact with it. I wasn't rich enough to be able to afford games all the time. I had Primal Rage and one of those cartridges with 6 games on it, played Golden Axe on that, and I was very fucking grateful for it, along with Revenge of Shinobi. Thank you very much. Because of that passivity, though, I think games like Night Trap have had this endearing quality to them, even though a lot of people haven't necessarily played it, because, of course, you can watch it. I mean, that trailer alone, there's just 1 minute of footage, tells you so much about it. It tells you pretty much all you need to know. That said, I am sort of excited for this, I've got to say. I know that the idea of Oh My God hype as a series I do, it takes a bit of a disconnected look at these trailers, divorced from hype, divorced from excitement, to look at it a bit more calmly, without all of that sort of shameless fanboying and everything that sometimes permeates a little too much games media. But I am a bit excited about this one. So I know I'll be jumping on it, and I'm sure I will be doing more coverage of it, be it gameplay, video, review, whatever. I am looking forward to playing Night Trap on the PlayStation 4 in 2017. That's That's a phrase that you can actually say. Brilliant. Apparently they're dropping a new trailer for the next Call of Duty game today. I'd considered holding off on doing an Oh My God hype for that, but then realised that this 25th edition re-release of Night Trap, it's just more important.